Good Wednesday, everyone. I'm meteorologist Mike Ottenwiller at the National Weather Service with Alaska statewide weather. Taking a look at our weather map this afternoon, an area of low pressure with a kind of stalled out boundary across the western half of the state is keeping things quite wet. We do have some flood advisories in effect around the Seward Peninsula for the and the Kotzebue Sound, the Kobuk and the Noatak rivers, as well as small streams draining out into the Kotzebue Sound, and that flood advisory is in effect until Friday afternoon. Do have some other wind advisories along near areas near Huslia and the Alaska Range, also down towards Denali. That wind advisory is now in effect until 10 p.m. with gusts to about 40 miles an hour. Up along the Brooks Range, wind is also a factor with a high wind warning in effect until 6 p.m. this evening, and that's for gusts to about 60 miles an hour. So if you're traveling in those areas, please stay safe. That frontal boundary will continue to slide slowly eastward tonight and bring some rain to parts of southern Alaska, especially through the Kenai Peninsula and starting to spread towards Cordova. Meanwhile, southeast Alaska will continue to be high and dry with just some patchy fog expected overnight tonight. And as we look back towards the Bering, we do see our next area of low pressure starting to move towards the Aleutian Islands at about 992 millibars. Up towards the northwestern portion of the state, some patchy fog and just isolated pockets of rain with maybe some snow for higher elevations, but for the most part just expecting rain. As we step into Thursday, that area of low pressure out over the Aleutians is starting to show some teeth as it's down to 987 millibars and working towards the north. There is some colder air backed up over Siberia, and eventually those two things will join forces on Friday. But for Thursday, on the western portion of the state, we do expect that area of low pressure to make its way slowly to the east, but rain will continue from much of western Alaska towards the Seward Peninsula all the way down through King Salmon. Rain will start to overspread parts of the Gulf Coast and continue to be there all the way over towards Yakutat, and southeast Alaska will remain dry, though, with high pressure still in control for one more day. As we get into Friday, that area of low pressure now has deepened significantly down to 970 millibars right near the Pribilof Islands. There is a special weather statement to address the potential for some gusts of 65 miles per hour in that area on Friday. As we look back to the west of that, some colder air is starting to come in with the form of rain and snow showers mixing in at lower elevations. And as we look towards the east, we do see some drying trends out over the western portion of Alaska and much of the mainland. The lone exception to this will be Prince William Sound over to Yakutat, which will see continued light rain. Southeast Alaska will see an increase in cloud cover and chances for rain as we go towards the weekend. With Alaska statewide